Sinners has one of the best uses of IMAX cinematography, and I'm going to tell you why. First off, what does it mean when something is shot on IMAX? So when you see a film in IMAX, you'll get the extra picture they shot in the highest possible resolution. The bigger the IMAX screen, the more it will expand, up to a full 1:3 image that is pretty much like a large CRT TV. That projects a super crisp image, of course. You're not getting a fucking blurry 480p image on that massive screen. But it doesn't make sense to shoot an entire film in this format because the cameras are very large and bulky, not to mention they're fucking loud. So filmmakers shooting with this format have started to pick and choose what scenes to shoot with these cameras. I should also note that I started writing this video before it was announced that Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey would be shot entirely with these IMAX cameras. So, I guess you can shoot an entire film in this format if you really wanted to. I should also say I started writing this video when Sinners was still in theaters, which was back in April. It is now fucking October. So that tells you I've been busy this fucking year. Now, I made a video a few years ago where I made the argument that Jordan Peele's Nope features the best use of the IMAX format thus far. Go check that video out if you're interested. I do explain more on what IMAX is over there, so if you're still confused, go watch that one. But basically, to summarize what I said in that video, IMAX was used in Nope to reflect the idea of not looking at the spectacle. In IMAX, you're given more image and thus more of a chance to look away, but your eyes are still drawn towards the horror. The way Sinners uses IMAX is based entirely out of emotion. Reddit user professional_toe5118, wild username, timed each instance the aspect ratio jumped up to full IMAX and found that the film features 30 minutes and 19 seconds worth of IMAX footage. Every instance of an aspect ratio jump is very important and usually reflects a big decision our characters have to make. It's also important to note that in addition to being shot on IMAX, the film was also shot on Ultra Panavision 70.
So Sinners, we shot on the big boy format entirely. This is what we call large format in motion picture photography. So obviously, even more resolution, even shallower depth of field.
Shooting on this format gives a very wide image. This format was used in the 50s and 60s to shoot these massive epic films like Ben-Hur and The Greatest Story Ever Told. It was, at the time, the highest standard of quality you could shoot your film on, and gave it the most grand appearance when projected. The format, like with IMAX, wasn't used a whole lot, mainly due to the high cost of shooting and projecting the image. However, that doesn't change the fact that the format is used to tell stories that are grand and epic in scale. This leads us back to Sinners and IMAX. A key part of Sinners is piercing the veil between past and future, being able to create art, in the film's case music, that's so powerful that it bridges through time and space. Essentially, Coogler is doing just that by shooting on both Panavision and IMAX. He's honoring the history of film by using Ultra Panavision 70 while also embracing the technology of today. If Ultra Panavision 70 was the top dog of the past, that's what IMAX is today. He's piercing the veil with this film. Thus, it makes sense why the aspect ratio will open up when it does. It only opens up during key character moments. It opens up during the final fight at the end of the film that results in Smoke's death and freedom to join his family in the afterlife. It opens up during the montage showing the community getting ready to set up the juke joint as a promise for a new life. And most importantly, it opens up during Sammy's performance. This right here is Coogler, again, making art so true and so personal that he's connecting the past of film with today. It's grand in the sense of classic filmmaking, and it's grand to film lovers today. This blend of formats for this particular sequence that features a blend of musical styles that transcend time and space is something only possible using the power of film. It's a beautiful and moving sequence for reasons that are entirely separate from the format and have been explained by people much smarter than me. I will link some of their essays and videos in the description below. Thus, the film is not only a love letter to the Black community and Black music, it's a love letter to film. Shooting on film, projecting on film, what film means, what film can be. what makes film unique. This is a gold standard IMAX experience, and I'm so happy the film is available for all of you to watch in its intended aspect ratio at home. While it may not be the full 1:4:3 image you can get at true IMAX theaters, the effect still mostly hits. When you see that frame expand, it's just one of many ways that the film draws you into its world and its characters and makes the film that much more special and heartfelt.